cause I be busting the dope moves. But the problem stay the same. How you riding for the cash when you ain't riding in my lane? Shorty all about a paper, so your mixture look the same. In the game, I play the lane like Eddie Kane, cause I be busting the dope moves.
No.
You don't?
I'm just going with you. You want
Paco,
these...
we don't have bad black people here in America. Don't go with
You
me.
want
Be your
these
own
crazy
man. Stand on your own 2 feet.
You want these crazy
Stand on your own
answers,
2 feet. Be your own. Have your own opinions. Don't talk for me. Talk for Paco. Let people hear how stupid and ignorant you are. Not me.
I'm not stupid and
You
ignorant.
are stupid
I'm
and
just...
ignorant because you think nationality is real, dummy.
You don't know nothing about politics.
You think nationality is real, dummy. You just said that a Jamaican is not a black person. You said a Jamaican is not a black person. That's ignorant.
I didn't say that. I said they my brothers. I said he's not.
So why if he's Jamaican, if a man is Jamaican and he does bad acts,
I don't even know if he's Jamaican.
So it doesn't matter if he's black.
He one of them niggas that probably took over the territory.
Paco,
that's all I think he is.
That's irrelevant. Is anybody? Do you think Farrakhan has ever done anything wrong?
Yeah, do I think he was?
Has Farrakhan ever done anything wrong in your eyes? Do you think he had anything to do with Malcolm X being killed?
No, I know I don't like Farrakhan. What are you talking about?
Okay, is Farrakhan a black man?
Yeah.
So how come the guy in Jamaica who did a bad act, that's a black man, how come he's not black according to you?
Because he's just not. He didn't prove himself to fuck with niggas.
So how did Farrakhan prove himself?
He do shit for niggas. He do shit for niggas. I respect him. I just don't like him.
That wasn't the point. Did Farrakhan do bad things according to you?
He do good things and bad things.
That ain't the question. It don't matter which one. But you said that the other bull did black things, coonish nigga shit, therefore he can't be black. That don't apply to Farrakhan?
Well, when everybody wake up, I would think they would say the same thing. On all these niggas that act like that.
But what I'm saying is, you
Black
can't...
Americans, we ain't in shit because we be riding, nigga.
Nah,
I don't
Paco.
think niggas is that fucked up as people think. I think niggas is straight.
Nah, but
I know
would be
for
wrong.
a fact mad niggas voted for Donald Trump and mad black women voted for Biden.
You would be wrong because it's niggas who rape people. It's black people in America who rape people, who rape kids. So all of us ain't good. We need those bad examples to show other black people what not to be. So we don't exclude them from being black. We teach our children that that's bad. Even though it looks like us.
That's what we supposed to do. It ain't shit. That's what we supposed to do.
I mean, my point is, we can't exclude them from being black because of their actions, Paco. Their actions is not what make them black. What they come from, who they come from, is what make them black. That's all I've ever tried to explain. Black is that.
Different nationalities, and black is a fucking status.
But in some places it is. In some places it's not. So you can't go off of what your definition is the definition for everybody. That's your definition.
My brothers, Jamaicans, my brothers, Haitians, my brothers.
But what I'm saying is, but you picking people that's close to your area. Some of them ain't.
I'm just telling you, Americans.
But some of them ain't your brothers.
By the way they act.
No. By where they come from and who they come from. Some of them technically have no relation to you.
Yeah, facts.
Some of them have a very close relation to you.
Yes.
And that's the point I'm making. The blacker the people are, I promise you, the closer their relation. The darker their skin color, I promise you, the closer they are related to me, to you, and anybody in America who shares a brown or black skin complexion. I can bet my life on that. Because white people, yellow people, red people can't make black and brown.
Not facts.
Big facts. They cannot make black or brown people. Show me one case where they did. Where a white person, a yellow person, or a brown person make black or brown. Show it to me. I mean, red. White, yellow, or red. You can use any of the three colors. Yellow and red don't make black. They're actually going to lighten the red. White is going to make it damn near, you ain't going to damn near see the red. And if you mix white with yellow, you're going to get high yellow.
For sure.
So my point is, only people who can make my skin color is people dark as me or darker than me. Look at my mother. Look at my grandfather. They're all darker than my dad. They're all darker than my dad. Now, This is the facts. Now look at my cousin Raymond. Look at Raymond's mom and look at Raymond's dad. Raymond's dad is lighter than Raymond's mom, and Raymond is lighter than me. Easy. My cousin Eric, his mother was a white woman. We know his dad is the same dad that is the father of my cousin Craig. Eric and Craig. Eric is high yellow. He got a white mom. Craig is brown skin. He got a mom that's darker than my Uncle Craig.
But we consider them folks black.
No, y'all. Listen, y'all. I ain't talking. Listen, y'all. I'm breaking it down to y'all. Listen, y'all. I ain't talking about what. Listen, y'all. I'm not talking about what we consider people. I'm telling y'all, black and brown is the only colors that can make black and brown. I just gave y'all a scenario where my Uncle Craig, who is a form of tan, my Uncle Craig is a form, a color of tan, dark tan maybe. Some people might say. Some people might say mid dark. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Light brown. Whatever. He has a baby by a woman that's darker than him. That's my cousin Craig. I don't want to show nobody pictures, but I'll ask them, and if they say yeah, I'll put the pictures in this video. That's my cousin Craig. My cousin Eric is lighter than almost everybody in my family, y'all.
He's black though.
But listen, agreed, y'all, but his mom is white. That's why Eric is lighter than all of us. What I'm explaining to y'all is that white, yellow, and tan cannot, and red, cannot make black and brown. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in America and you are black, dark skin, if they called you darky, blackie, tar street, oil light, any of that shit growing up. If you are brown, y'all, if you are brown, y'all know what brown is. Y'all know what the color is. Brown like a bear. If you are brown, dark brown, mid brown, light brown, you cannot come from white people. You cannot come from light tan people. You cannot come from beige people. You cannot come from red people. Those people can put their phenotype by having babies with people that are your skin complexion. They can put that facial structure inside of a person my skin complexion. But you know what that is, y'all? The person my complexion still was the dominant color. It still kept his color. It's closer to his color than a red person that it mixed with. Look at it when a black person and an Asian have a baby, y'all. Look at Tyson Beckford. I'm just using examples. Look at Tyson Beckford. I can't really think of any Blasian people. What's the one girl? I think Black China might be. I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. Y'all probably laughing at me right now. But I don't know. I don't really know what these people really are. I just know what they push and but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen black and Asian people mix before. Y'all seen it. I'm just using Tyson Beckford as an example. Listen, he's brown, y'all. That brown color can't come from no Asian. That brown color come from the blackness in him. That's what I'm talking about when I say black, y'all. Universally, people on earth share this. You got black people in Asia, America, Africa, Australia, Europe. We're everywhere. You got brown people in all these places. We're everywhere, y'all. The brown people come from the black people, y'all. The brown people come from, it might have been hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Oh shit.
You might be part of a group, but that's what I mean when I say black, y'all. I'm not talking about no nationality. I don't care if you're Jamaican, you're Nigerian. I don't care if you're Cambodian. I don't care if you're Taiwanese, Indonesian, Brazilian. I don't care if you're from North America, from Canada. We know who we are. And y'all know what I'm talking about. So if a man is Jamaican and he's black, he's still black. No matter what he did. It don't matter what he did. You can't use people. That's like what they did. They separated people by borders. And now these people,
dumb shit. Yeah, they did.
And now these people think that they something different than the people that Iran and Iraq. Let's use them for example, y'all. We all know they come from the same Indo-Aryans. We all know this. We all know that Iran and Iraq, which border each other, but look at them fighting over other things that have nothing to do with who they are, have nothing to do with what they've learned. It has to do with materialistic things because of who made that material worth something. But they the same people, y'all. They share. They're more closely related than the people on the other sides of where they at, than the people in Turkey. They share religion. They share language. They share genetics, all that, and they still find a reason to fight, just like black people. I was saying earlier, you can be from one side of Atlanta and you don't like another group of niggas from another side of Atlanta. Y'all niggas have kids, and then later on, one of y'all find out that y'all both got the same dad. This how stupid it is, y'all, when we adopt other people's cultures, other people's philosophies.
We've been doing that though too, so
what I'm saying is we was introduced to it for a fact. Like the way it's done now, to where people believe it so strongly, I went to a Christmas party and I told the girl that there is no black. She said she was a black woman. I said, cool. She had a white mom, but she claimed she was a black woman, light skinned girl. Her Christmas party, I had to leave because she said we was talking and she got hype and loud and started screaming at me. She said, "Fuck Africa, I'm American." I said, "But if there is no Africa, there is
Yeah, I'm
no."
with that.
But I told her if there's no Africa, there's no black people. Like
Huh?
that's where all black people originate from. Not at the same time, not the same group of black people, but that's where the color black
Yeah.
came from. So I just didn't understand her philosophy. But she believes in nationality. She believes in the borders. That's what she's because America is just borders.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Whole bunch of different people live here, and y'all know that. All different type of people been here for thousands of years, and y'all know that. Multitude of different people been here.
Yeah. And when I say Africa, I don't mean it like that. I just mean
That's how
y'all
she
niggas
mean
need to
it.
give it up.
That's how she mean it. I mean, I understand what you saying. You saying that this is where you from and this is the place that means something to you. I'm fine with that.
They don't give a fuck about
But
they don't give a fuck.
but
Y'all-
other people do. But you misinterpret what I'm saying. I don't want the people. I want the land because that's my land. I want my spot there because that's where my ancestors come from. So it's paradise
buddy.
there. A piece of that paradise is mine.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh, I can get it now because money can
We
make
got
it.
better chances of taking over there than
No,
that over
no,
there.
you
man.
crazy. I don't have to take over there. There's nothing to take over. All I have to do is live the same life I was going to live here, more comfortably and with better scenery there. That's all.
Some people cool. Maybe.
I'm not going over there to take over nothing. See, America has to be taken over or it will always be evil.
Wow.
So I don't want that fight because all black people in America in the Americas ain't with that fight. So
Not
so
at all.
so I don't care nothing for that. Everybody want to make their own and get out the way. Okay, I'll make my own and I'll get out the way. But when I get out the way, I'm going to a place of my choosing, a place where there are no white cops, a place where there are no white judges. That's what I think is sane to me, being the color I am. That's what works for me. You know what it would be like to never see a white cop, to never have a white supervisor, ever?
All right, I gotta go to the bank. I'll be back. Yeah.
That's a whole different. I don't know what it's like because I've never experienced it. I've never experienced a place where the good people, the bad people, the higher ups and the lower ups are all black. I've never seen it. I want to see it. I want to live it.
I got the same problem with evil white dudes. I got with evil niggas. That's the fact.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But I still, because of the way niggas are, I still would rather live in a matter of fact, maybe not because of the way niggas are, maybe because of the way white people are. I still rather live in a society of evil niggas than evil whites. I still rather see a crooked black cop than a crooked white cop. I'd rather see a crooked black judge than a crooked white judge. Because one thing is true and it has to be a fact, even though it's my opinion. A black cop can't hate me for being black in Africa. A black judge can't hate me for everybody he sees is black. Everybody he sees is black. He's never dealt with white criminals. So that can't even be part of his repertoire. It can't even be part of his mentality.
That's it.
Supervisors. I've had more white supervisors than I've had black supervisors. In Africa, that cannot happen. Even if my supervisor...
Put the boot down on them white tourists.
Yeah, facts. And even on in the grand scheme of taking people's shit, right? Which I don't agree with. I ain't never seen it done. I've read about it done more gangster, but I've never seen it in my lifetime more gangster than the way they kicked them white people out of South Africa.
Yeah, that's gangster.
Yeah, they kicked them they said bye. They're like, where we supposed to go? It ain't our problem.
And the other white people didn't accept them clowns.
Yeah, correct. So when you go down there to South Africa and you see people who got like tan and dark brown and beige skin color, or light brown skin color, and they got blue eyes. Listen, y'all, that's that same mixing process I was talking about. So
and
this
that's
is
why I watch Australian TV, because Australians know what they fucking did and they bitch about every fucking thing.
yeah, they
Like
gotta,
Americans, they be crying.
I mean, because they kind of like similar to America. And what I mean by that is y'all got to understand there's only that I know of 3 places that got millions and millions and millions of black people, right? Or I ain't even gonna say millions of black people that had millions of people there. White folks came, take over, and they brought so many white folks in the course of the history of the place that they now the minority of the population. That's a really fucked up thing, yo. When the whole population is way bigger than you, so black people that vote, understand, it's only 40 something million of us. It's more people who are identified as Hispanic in the country. It's 50 something, closer to 60 million of them. So it's close to 50 million of us and 60 million of them. Your vote really doesn't count when there's more white people than both of the 2 numbers I just gave you combined. That don't mean all white people vote the same, y'all. But y'all have to understand math.
Yeah, but we still one of the biggest voting blocks here. So
No, we're not. I mean, y'all, listen, y'all. Compared to like Asians and compared to there's only a couple minorities in America.
Compared to
Indians, no, compared to Indians and Asians. See, the thing with the Hispanics that fucked them up is some of them, most of them, like 70% of them in America, especially. I think it might be higher in America. It's like 70% in South America. They all write down that they white Hispanics when they fill out a census or they go to vote.
they do.
That's what they, and that's what the shit makes the shit look weird. But at the same time, yeah, black people is the 3rd largest group of people in America. Correct. That's a fact. He's right. But it's only like 6 groups. The Native American group is one of the smallest. The Pacific Islander group is just as small. The Asians are larger than both of them. When you talking about Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Taiwanese, Indonesian, all the different
They must
Asians.
have killed off a lot of Native Americans there for them to be the smallest black.
But that's what I'm explaining to him, y'all. What I want you to understand, what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm explaining to him, y'all. When we talk about populations being assimilated, we need to first start with population
They
growth.
hate them more than us. Fuck.
It ain't necessarily that they hate. This is what I want y'all to understand. It's not necessarily that they killed so many of them off. It wasn't that many to begin with. Listen, y'all, it wasn't that many.
They work with them.
Listen, y'all, some of them did. After they took them to war and they gave them diseases and they killed a lot of them. That's real. Then they got in bed with them when they was losing the war. When they was losing the wars, especially the North American had to get in bed because the rest of them got ran over.
So they all was red. And they just
What I'm explaining to y'all,
is
this. I'm not gonna get into the black red thing. Only thing I'm gonna say about that is this: there were more red than black. I'm not saying black was not here, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. Listen, y'all, if it was more black, it would be more accomplished. Black people have accomplished more than Mesoamerica everywhere they went. I'm agreeing with him. Listen, y'all, I'm agreeing, but listen, all right, I'm gonna finish my statement, then he can say what he gotta say. This is the point. He right. Everybody not about that smoke. But when shit get built, it has nothing to do with who about that smoke. I want to show y'all something. It has to do with your fucking servitude. Look at Egypt. Look at Mesopotamia. That's because they had crazy fucking slaves. So what I'm explaining to y'all is this. In my theory, the red man is here. He over here populating, even though it ain't that many of them. Yeah, it's millions of them if you're talking about both Americas, but it ain't the size of Africa. It ain't the size of Asia. Get that out your mind. According to what we have found, there's evidence that there was less people there than there was people in Canada today. It's about 30 million people in Canada. They believe it was less than 10 million people in the Americas when Europeans got here. Now, I'm going to show y'all why it's possible. That might not be correct. I'm going to tell y'all why it's possible. It might not be the truth, but it's possible because you need the number of how many came to dictate the growth of the population. So in a place like Africa that has 1 billion black people, it's easy for us to understand they've been producing black people the longest. You can't get a number of 1 billion black people. See, Asia has more than 1 billion people, but most of them are Mongoloids. They have less than 1 billion blacks. They have something 100 million black people in Asia. But of the 4 billion people there, 3 point something billion of them are Mongoloids because different Mongoloid groups were growing at different rates. Look at the people that the Chinese, the Korean, and the Japanese come from. Not come from. He know who they come from, the blacks. But the people who invaded and winded up taking the land. That's why they all look the same, y'all. That's that because they all come from those same people, the Yayoi or whatever they call. They call them Han. They call that. Then you look at my shit, right? It say I got 1% Han in me because that's the most common motherfucking Asian. He's the most common. He's the one that took over. So now I can show it to y'all again in Africa. The sub-Saharan African is 700 million strong out the billion. The 300 million is Afro-Asiatic, Nilo-Saharan, Khoisan. They even though Afro-Asiatic is bigger than Nilo-Saharan and Khoisan combined, Afro-Asiatic is the second largest group. And that's what I'm trying to show y'all. We can break these people down into multiple different ways, but the people who were the driving force, the people who went on an expansion and took over all of South Africa and mixed in with different groups, and it was so many of them that they turned them different groups into what they call Bantus. Bantus are not all one thing. You got the East African Bantu and the West African Bantu. The expansion goes into East Africa, and we assimilated smaller groups of people. And it's the same thing in Asia. It's the same thing in America. When I'm explaining, or I agree with him, the technology did not get to America till the blacks got here. Facts. There's no evidence of Lucius people writing on stone. There's no evidence of Lucius people motherfucking building pyramids. There's no evidence of that. But as soon as them Olmecs pop up in Mexico, you see other civilizations that got the same technology of the Olmecs. That's a few hundred years later. Y'all think that's a coincidence? I don't. I think that's us. I think that's blacks. That's the niggas. We just like in India. How come religion pop up in India when blacks get there?
Oh, now you think the Olmecs is black? All right.
I said that. I said I don't think the Mayans are. Now you always trying to switch the argument, and it's recorded and it's out. That's what make you look crazy.
I don't know why you keep acting like you recorded something.
1,000 times, y'all. I said 1,000 times, y'all. I said I believe the Olmecs is black. 1,000 times, y'all. I said 1,000 times. I believe the Olmecs is black. I said it 1,000 times.
You questioned it, bro.
I'm still questioning it, y'all. I said I believe. I used the word believe. And I just told y'all why I believe it. Because the technology didn't come until the Olmecs got there. That's why I believe they black. And y'all want me to believe it's some type of fucking coincidence that they got technology that's in the motherfucking Central Africa? That they got technology that's in West Africa? And they got technology that's in South Africa? Y'all want me to believe that that's a fucking coincidence? I don't believe it's a coincidence at all. I don't. I believe that black people left Africa as all the evidence say we did. And we went mad places. Unfortunately for America, it was the last place we got to because of the way we left. We left towards India. So we had to go through Asia before we got there. We went to Australia. And like I said, you got evidence 40,000 years ago. They never found a person 40,000 years old in the Americas. So that's how I work, y'all. I put together the pieces. I connect the dots and I say, well, this makes sense and this doesn't. So I'm in agreement with him. I believe he thinks it's 100% conclusive evidence. I believe the Olmecs was black. I said I'm willing to listen to both sides of the arguments. The people who claim to be them, the Mongoloids of America, I'll listen to you, and I'll listen to the black people who are experts on Olmecs, and I would love to watch that debate. That's a debate that should be had. Runoko Rashidi should debate whoever the scholar is, if there is a scholar. I know the people claim they're the Olmecs. I've never read a Mongoloid from South America.
I'll research for you, little buddy. Best believe that they was black.
I mean,
the Mayans pretty much descended from them and come from them. So
I mean, but listen to what I'm saying. Let's take what you just said and let's stay right there for a second.
Yes, sir.
The Olmecs is black, right?
Yeah.
Now, remember how we was who was we talking about? We was talking about the Etruscans, and we was talking about how some of the Etruscans are black and some are white. This is the point.
You're talking about a whole civilization.
No. Let me explain what I'm trying to say. And I believe I said this on the tape prior. I'll go back and I'll look, but I believe on one of the episodes, I want to say episode 30 something. I believe I said what I'm about to say. Once the Olmecs. All right, let's do it like this. When y'all look in the temples, right, and y'all see the black guys holding the red guys by their heads, that is the Olmecs coming with superior technology, superior information.
How do you know it's the Olmecs doing that?
I'm going to tell y'all why. Because the next group of people.
That's a Mayan thing, bro. Slow down.
Exactly,
Slow
y'all.
down.
Exactly, y'all. I want to show it to y'all. He's making my point for me and he don't see it. The civilization that follows the Olmecs is Mayan, and their gods are black. Listen, y'all. The Olmecs are their gods. We call them
Oh my
Olmecs.
God, this
Listen,
guy.
listen, y'all. It's real simple because the Mayans didn't. These are their oldest temples. These are all we have found of them. We find their pottery. We find their pictures. Not pictures like photo
Well,
pictures, but
before that, where are these white niggas you talking about?
ain't no white niggas. This is a
Them Native American,
okay.
whatever, like, because they
Okay.
was fucking black, so I
Now
don't,
listen, y'all. Listen, y'all.
I don't get
Now
it,
listen,
bro.
y'all. When we talk about population assimilation, what's the odds that the Olmecs, let's just say the Olmecs is whatever group of black people from around the world he want them to be for this scenario. I'm not even gonna argue where they came from. Let's just stick to the point with this one. They come from wherever Pac want them to come from. India, Australia, Ethiopia. I don't give a fuck. They come from wherever he.
America, go ahead.
No, how they gonna come from America, but they went to America. I'm making a point. So let's say y'all.
Nigga, they was there. That's
Listen,
all we
y'all.
know. We
Listen,
don't know where
y'all.
the fuck they
Listen,
came
y'all.
from.
The Olmecs, right? Once they get there, you find the heads. You find your first pyramids. They are the oldest that we have found when it comes to, as they call, civilization. Even though we know people being there before them. Now, the scenario I'm painting out for y'all is Luzia and her people are Mongoloids that come across the Bering Strait.
It says who?
Listen, y'all.
Says who?
Listen, y'all.
Says
Listen.
who?
I want y'all to hear this.
Oh.
Luzia didn't build.
Oh, okay.
Listen, y'all. Luzia didn't build anything. Everybody. Naia didn't build anything,
Says
y'all.
who?
Says
She
archaeology.
didn't. I don't know what they built. I'm
They didn't
asking
build
you,
anything.
who told you that they was Mongoloids?
Listen, y'all. They
Who
didn't.
told
Listen,
you that?
y'all. They didn't build anything.
Who told you that?
Listen, I'm giving y'all.
Nobody.
I'm giving
Alright,
y'all a
thank
scenario.
you. Thank you.
I'm giving
Making
y'all.
shit
I'm
up.
giving y'all a scenario.
He making shit up,
I'm giving
guys.
y'all a scenario.
That's why he try. Oh, Olmecs can come from wherever, because Louisiana Mongoloid.
Listen, y'all.
Come
That's
on,
not
man.
why I said what I said. But again, he can't let me run. He's just allergic to it because
He's definitely tripping, y'all.
he know I can paint a picture, so he don't want me to paint.
What picture you painting?
You won't let me paint it. You keep
man.
moving the paper from under me while I'm trying to put the brush down.
This mummified lady is fucking
Okay.
is Mongoloid. Go
Okay,
ahead.
listen, y'all. So if
Go ahead.
listen, y'all, Mongoloids are populating the Americas for, let's just say, roughly the last 20 to 30,000 years. Let's just say this is the scenario. Mongoloids are populating both Americas. We got three different waves that
Goodness.
come at different times. Three different waves of Mongoloids.
waves was? You
Listen,
snapping, bro.
y'all. I told y'all he can't let me paint. He got to put his interjection in. Now, when I'm done, I could be quiet and let him tell me why I'm wrong. He can't wait for that point because if I paint it, some of y'all will see it. But if every time I put the brush down, he tries to snatch the paper out, I can't paint the picture, y'all. That's what he's doing. That's why in debates they tell you to be respectful and be quiet for a second.
If the picture ain't right, it ain't right.
So
Let me
you want to
explain
talk?
it.
You want to talk? You want to talk? Go ahead.
Alright, everything Brock just said is a load of bull. He don't know where the Olmecs came from. He don't know if Louisiana is fucking Mongoloid black, but he's painting this picture that she's Mongoloid for y'all. And he didn't give me no proof on anybody that ever said that she was a fucking Mongoloid. I watched the Jones, people. I told him about her, people. And he's just making his own shit up as he go. Go ahead.
Now I promise y'all he gonna cut me off. Now I'm not gonna do what he did. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time to talk about him. What I'm gonna do is paint my picture. So this is a hypothetical situation I'm trying to pose to y'all. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Luzia is a 14,000-year-old mummified skeleton that they found in South America. We all know that part is fact. Now, let's just say that hypothetically speaking, she comes from the Mongoloids who crossed one of the three different groups of Mongoloids that crossed the Bering Strait, ranging between 30 to 20,000 years ago. Okay? So let's just say these people, these three different groups of people are populating the Americas for thus said time. They're populating the Americas for thus said time. Listen, y'all, there are no pyramids. There is no Sanskrit. There is no cuneiform. There is no evidence of religion before the Olmecs. So what I want y'all to understand, now I'm giving y'all a fact. So the first people who we can, or the oldest, let's not say the first, the oldest people we found that have built anything in the Americas are the Olmecs. And directly after them, y'all, the next group of people who are darker than the Aztecs, true, because they're more closely related to the Olmecs, because they come right after them. Those people have depictions on their temples of black people holding red people up by their hair. So the people who are the oldest and closest date that we have to the evidence, and this evidence matches other places, and there is a big debate about are they black. I can understand if people want to say Luzia and Naia, those sound like black names. The one girl had braids, but
That's the name we just gave him. That's
listen.
like somebody's wife or something. Come on,
So again,
bro.
y'all, he had to cut me off. He couldn't do it. He just can't do it. Like what I'm explaining to y'all is I'm not now. It's about the name. I'm not. I can call him Turnip and Tulip. I don't give a fuck. Them having braids. What evidence do we have that 14,000 years ago braids were only exclusive to Africa or black people? We know that's not true. There have been multiple mummies found in Asia with braids, and there's no evidence that those are black people. Braids were far out of, like, I'm not saying they don't come from black people, y'all. I'm just saying 13,000 years ago, other people had them as well. So my point is this.
They was going to the shop braiding up, huh?
What I'm saying is the same way two people sit in a jail and a white girl know how to braid because she been around black people. That didn't just start when white people and black people in America met each other. That's not when that started. Black people have left wherever they come from and went other places for hundreds of thousands of years now.
With the long braids, though?
Yes, braiding is just a technique. The length of the braids is dictated by the length of the hair. So if somebody has long hair, they can get long braids, yes. So, like, what I want y'all to understand is you can do all the research and then you can connect the dots your own way, or you could be like some black folks and base off of hairstyles, beards and afros. You could try to dictate who people are by their language, by their religion, by...
What the fuck? What is even with this religion and language nonsense, bro?
What I'm explaining to y'all is this. Certain things we have a date for and they're old. Certain things are new. My point is this. Why are Sunni and Shiite Muslims right next to each other? The second follow-up question, y'all, is how close is that to the birth of where Islam comes from? So these are dots that y'all need to connect. If y'all want to understand the Sunni and the...
I told him that. He thought I didn't know where Islam came from. I gave him an answer. This nigga took it and ran with it, bro. Everything I teach this man, bro.
So listen, y'all. Now he taught me that Islam come from Saudi Arabia.
I taught you where it came from. The man, the myth, nigga. That's what I did.
Who is that?
Hammurabi.
But y'all, that's his opinion. Hammurabi wasn't a Muslim, and nobody in Mesopotamia was a Muslim, y'all. That's his opinion.
No, just like nobody around Jesus was a fucking Christian. He made this shit.
Jesus didn't make Christianity.
Made this fucking shit.
Jesus didn't make Christianity. No, y'all, that's not how that went. He misconstruing shit.
I ain't saying Jesus made it. I said about a story, they made it off of him.
No, they didn't. Christianity is a play on Judaism. That's who made it.
You talking about Catholicism, bro.
No, I'm talking about Christianity.
You need to relax,
Christianity comes from Judaism. Catholicism comes from Christianity.
Christianity is from some Jesus shit.
No, listen, y'all. No, that's bullshit, y'all. Listen, y'all. No, I'm not, y'all. Judaism is where Christianity come from, y'all. Judaism.
You say Catholicism come from Christianity?
It do. It do. It do.
Christian is some bullshit we use today. My nigga,
no,
listen,
y'all. Catholicism.
Oh my God.
No,
yo, this nigga lost it, man.
No, correct. Christianity come from Judaism. Islam come from Judaism. Listen. No. Listen, y'all. It's the exact same thing. It's just
added fucking Jesus.
No. Jesus is just a name change, y'all. That person was in there. That person, that entity that they trying to push off as Jesus. What was Yahweh's two sons?
Yahweh had two sons? I guess you talking about Seth, but I don't fucking know, man.
I'm giving you. Listen, y'all. I be giving y'all the fucking goods.
No, you telling us about religion? Calm down, bro.
I'm giving y'all the goods. Boom, boom. I'm giving y'all the exactly what is going on. I'm giving y'all the exact. This is. I'm about to
No,
break
you
the whole.
just prove you make shit up. How is now you giving people something if
I'm
you
about,
just made something
I'm
up?
about to break it down to y'all. I'm about to break it down to y'all. I just need to. I want to get the name right. I don't want to give y'all the wrong name. I know. Because, like I said, unfortunately, dealing with him when he was on that Hebrew Israelite shit, I had to
I
figure.
never was on no Hebrew Israel, so like shit. I
Wow,
said I respect them, and our
wow.
bloodline come from the niggas who was following it. That's it. I don't know where Broccoli at with it, but he wants somebody to be something, and that's the only way he can get off on them.
I'm gonna show
Yeah,
y'all.
you heard you. You
I'm
heard
gonna
yourself,
show
yeah.
y'all.
And
I'm
this
gonna
nigga
show
be
y'all.
quoting Bible shit.
I'm gonna show y'all.
This nigga be quoting Bible shit, and
I
then act
tell
like
y'all
he
about the
atheist and
Bible.
he believe in the Most High
I
because of me.
tell y'all about the Bible to
He
tell y'all.
believes in the Most High because of me. That's why he don't talk this atheist
Listen,
shit, dog.
listen.
I
I am
told
an
you he was young
atheist.
in his studies. I
Listen, y'all.
told
I
you.
am an atheist. Now he just saying things that aren't true. He's saying I believe in something.
You ain't speak that atheist shit in like a week or two now, my
Because
dude. Like,
I've already stated my positions. I'm on an atheist talk show. What the fuck is he talking about, y'all? I do atheist meetings
nah,
every
bro.
2 weeks.
This nigga believe in the Most High, dog.
I'm gonna show
Period.
y'all what I mean. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. I'm gonna show y'all exactly
I
what I
predict the
mean.
future, cuz, like I said.
I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. Yahweh
Go
got
ahead, go into your Bible talk.
Yahweh got two sons, y'all. Yahweh got two sons. One is Islam, one is Christianity. Whether y'all know it or not. But like I said, I'm smarter than your average bear. All I have to
What?
do is read.
That's old shit.
Listen,
What
but
you
listen,
talking about?
y'all. Listen,
They
y'all.
must have told you to do everything come
Now
in the
listen,
Torah?
now
What the
listen,
fuck?
y'all. In Catholicism is when the Macedonians take over Israel and they find out about it. That's what
You
Catholic.
can't reword something I told you, nigga.
Listen, y'all, he just told me that Catholicism don't come from Christianity, though. And I just said it did. I just showed y'all how it does. And now he's saying he told me
No.
that. Now
No,
he's
you
saying he
tripping. Go
told me
ahead. Go
that.
ahead. No,
Now
you
he's
ain't said
saying he
that.
told me that, y'all. When I just said
I thought your
when I
only
just
religion was
said,
Judaism.
listen, y'all, when I just told, no, not all religion, these religions. Abrahamic faith don't even start with
Yeah.
Judaism.
Abrahamic
Listen,
faith
y'all.
religions come from the Torah. All of
No,
them.
no, they don't, y'all. Abrahamic
Yes,
faith,
all of them.
no, they don't, y'all. Baha'i does not come from the Torah. Baha'i comes from Mesopotamia, from where the people at who start where Abraham comes from. Abraham comes from Mesopotamia, y'all. If you gonna call them Abrahamic religions. If you're
It's
going to
older than
call
you think, bro.
no, Abraham is older than we think, y'all. But when
No, the
Abraham
Torah
was
is.
king, the Torah is older than some people think. I know the Torah goes back between 1600 and 2000 BC. I know this because I know when Mesopotamia invaded Canaan. Now listen to me, y'all. Listen to what I'm about to drop on y'all. Yahweh is Canaan. That's their religion. Listen, y'all, that's not Mesopotamia's religion. That's not Mesopotamia's religion, y'all. Yahweh is Canaan's religion. So Yahweh has two children. Baal, which is Islam, and I'm about to get the name for the other one. He's a sun god. That is Christianity, ladies and gentlemen. When the Macedonians invade Israel and white people first get their hands on it,
So
that's
why Catholicism ain't first? I don't. What you mean
Catholicism's
there?
not first, y'all. Catholicism is the white version. Catholicism is the white version. That happens when Macedonians invade Israel and find out about it. That's the first time. Before that, y'all, white people had a pantheon. Because that's what religion was before that to them. They found out about single God faiths just like they found out about a pantheon after a lot of other people. A lot of
That's a war built thing, yeah.
no, it's
It's
not a
based on
war
war.
built thing, y'all. Religion is an idea that is based off of astrology or the zodiac. Cool. Now let's fast forward. Once one person comes up with something that is semi believable or something that they're very convicted of and they start building temples and stuff, other people took the idea and they recreated it in their image. This is the
Absolutely.
this is the Yoruban pantheon, the Greek pantheon, the Egyptian pantheon, the Mesopotamian, the Shinto pantheon, the Hindu pantheon, the Vedic they're all the same thing. Now, what the people in the Middle East get credit for, if that's what the word he likes to use sometimes, they switched it to one guy. Yahweh, that's why, listen, y'all, the Torah has more than one God in it. The Torah disproves its own theory. I'm going to show y'all why, because they did it the way Zoroastrianism did it. That's why I told him Judaism comes from Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism said, Zahora Mazda said, I am the true God. Just like one of Yahweh's sons did. Now the Hebrews, because they had it so long ago, and the religion is actually a Canaanite religion, and the first black Hebrews are the Canaanites, they listen, y'all, they praise the Father, Yahweh. Listen, y'all, they praise the Father, Yahweh. The Christians don't praise the Father, they praise the Son. The Muslims praise the other son. Listen, y'all, that's why they got to see the moon in there. It's the other son is Baal. Islam is Baal. I'm about to get the name for y'all on who Christianity is. I want to say Menos or some shit like that, but I don't think that's his name. I think that's wrong. I think that's the Mesopotamian name for the sun god. But I'm about to find his name for you. I'm about to find the name for you in 1 second. As soon as I get to Yahweh, as soon as I get to the part where they talk about Yahweh, it's going to tell you Yahweh had two sons. This is the Canaanite story. They flipped it. Now the Hebrews was the first to get it. The Hebrew Israelites are the first to get this. So they follow the Father, Yahweh. The Christians follow the Son, or the Son. They follow the Christian. The Muslims follow the moon, Baal. Now you see why the sun worshiping people make Baal out to be the bad guy, and why the Muslims make the Christians out to be the bad guy. So now listen, let's fuck with it, y'all. Let's continue to follow it. So now what happened when Abraham get his hands on it? People who ain't from there, people who from Mesopotamia and come to Israel or Canaan and they get their hands on it. You automatically see two different versions. You automatically see.
It's a religion.
No, but listen, y'all, it's not about, it's about how different people used it. That shows the difference in who. Prime example, like the way the people go over Egypt today and the way the people back then dealt with Egypt. Now, you want to see how the people back then dealt with it? Look how the Nubians deal with that pantheon of gods to this day. How they still praise some of those same gods under different names. Because that's where the Egyptians got it from. The Egyptians had no concept of it until the black Nubians invaded. That's why you see the same thing with the Mayans. You see with the motherfucking Egyptians. You see the black people running shit and those light motherfuckers into servitude. That's why Egypt got so much done, because Nubia had slaves. That's why America got so much done, because they had slaves. When they didn't have slaves, as we can see, they didn't get much done. But when they did, they colonized both fucking continents. Same thing in Mesopotamia. Look at the Ainu. The Ainu wasn't the one that had the massive slave force. That's why they didn't build the things that the other people built, but they were still the first people there.
They got enslaved, brother.
Correct. Except for the ones they left alone in the mountains. The black gods. The ones they respected enough that I ain't gonna call it respect, because they force you up into some fucking mountains and take all the lowland paradises away from you. I ain't gonna call it respect, but they ain't want to kill them people because they thought some fucking god would be angry with them. They let them people live up in them motherfucking them mountains forever. And them people up there, like Pac say, huge beards, huge froze, almost his complexion. Because they didn't mix with them other motherfuckers. Hold on.
They look like Rick.
Yeah, facts.
See the old ones, they look like Rick.
Facts. Facts. Damn, I had that shit saved. I just want y'all to hear this one motherfucking name. Is it the Torah that I need to click on? I know I need to click on something. Oh, this might be it. This might be it. 24 books. Just tell me the story. I can't even. Or Torah. Just tell me what it says. Contents. Torah starts from the beginning in the Creator, throughout the beginnings of people. Israel, there's descent into Egypt, the Hebrew 5 books. What the fuck is this nigga's name, dog? It's right there. I know it's right here. I'm skipping it. At God's command, Noah's descendant, Abraham, journeys from his home into the God-given land of Canaan, where he dwelt. That ain't the part, though. I'm telling y'all exactly what the fuck is. Okay, Yahweh. What's his other son name, dog? Why they won't tell me what? All right, Yahweh is the national God of kingdoms of Israel, a warrior demon. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yahweh was the national God of the kingdoms of Israel, and Judah, with origins reaching at least to the early Iron Age and apparently to the late Bronze Age. It is the oldest biblical literature. It is in the oldest biblical literature. He is the storm and warrior deity who leads the heavenly army against Israel's enemies. At that time, the Israelites worshipped him alongside a variety of Canaanite gods and goddesses, including El, Asherah, and Baal. That's his name, El.
Oh, you ain't know about that?
But in the later centuries, El and Yahweh became conflated, and El linked epithets. But in the later centuries, El and Yahweh became conflated. Listen, y'all, the Father and the Son, that's what they're talking about. This is Christianity. This is it switching over to Christianity, where they make them all one except leave the Muslim God out. They leave Baal out. Okay. And that's what I'm telling y'all. That's what I was telling y'all. So hold on, I just want to read the part about his sons. He got 2 sons. Bronze Age origin. There's also no agreement in the origins of the name, which not attested to other Israelites, seen etymology, explanation, Exodus, gloss, Phoenicians, who creates the host, meaning heavenly host, accompanying El.
It's all the same dudes, man. That's what it boils down to. They worship men, and then they turn it into some god. That's just what it is, man.
I just
And
want.
that's it.
Why I
And then
can't
people
find
act like God on their side, and boom, then we got religion.
It's a little bit deeper than that.
Really ain't.
It's a slave technique, cuz.
It is. It's a war tactic. That's all it is.
Ready for coming, Moses. Exodus 2nd book. Yahweh plagues Moses, Mount Sinai, Canaan, Covenant, Tabernacle. Traditionally ascribed to Moses herself, Persian. Book of, I don't even, damn, man, I had that shit saved, but I fucking put something else on there. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna find it and I'll probably be able to say it later, but all y'all gotta do is look up the story, dog. And the story tell you exactly what the fuck is up. And that's where all that stupid shit
That's
come
not
from.
nothing crazy. Yeah.
But what I want y'all to know is that shit ain't got nothing to do with my people. Till later on.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Shit.
And y'all already know that the Esther shit ain't even them. Y'all already know that. Y'all already know the Esther shit.
I don't know about that.
The Esther shit is the Esther shit is Mesopotamia. That's where she come from. That's where she was a god at. They called them people heretics. They wanted to burn the people who fucking worship Ishtar when Yahweh was supposed to be.
That's married. That's married. That's the same fucking thing, man.
I mean, I don't know. You might be right. I just know that she don't come from that. She come from the Persian shit. Not Persian, but Mesopotamian religion.
Is where all the religions come from. The fucking her fucking dad was the fucking god.
Yeah, all they religions, right?
Fucking name before he fucking died, and she took the fucking power.
All
That's who the fuck she is.
All they religions, correct. All the Middle Eastern and European religions come from.
For facts, and that's the same shit we follow right now.
Same shit some people follow. I don't follow religion. I mean, I don't believe in God. So.
You believe in the Most High, bro.
Pac, I don't believe. Why does it matter to you so much? Paco, I don't believe in God. I think the world is too bad.
You get into these studies, man, and it's coming.
Paco, what I'm saying is, Paco, there's nothing we can study that can prove God is real. Let's start there. There's nothing we can study on earth that can prove a God exists in the way any of religion paints it.
Science.
Science doesn't prove God. Science actually, it doesn't, Paco. It actually kind of disproves God. Science gives you an actual.
It tries to dispute.
No, it doesn't try to dispute. It doesn't try to disprove. It doesn't try to disprove. It tries to prove something right. And if that thing is correct,
and once them cats get under that microscope, they start to change their fucking tune.
That's not even true. That's just some of them. You put everybody in one boat, Paco. I sent you tons of people.
They did.
Paco,
what are you talking
but
about,
Paco,
bro?
so let me get this right. Richard Dawkins is a deist.
I don't know that fucking guy. I don't know that fucking.
Well, he's one of the largest atheist debaters on earth. He gets paid. He get paid top dollar to do it. Christopher Hitchens died. He was one of the most renowned atheists. He
You
went,
know these atheists.
Paco, they went and debated the people from the Vatican.
What
They
about
went,
the Bull Crawley?
but Aleister Crowley, you keep talking about him. Aleister Crowley's a fucking Christian. He's a Christian. He was a Christian. No. See, listen, y'all. He's doing it again, y'all. What he tried to do earlier with the race thing. Because Aleister Crowley was a terrible human being, he wants to put him on atheists, even though the boy was. Listen, y'all. I want y'all to understand two different things. He's saying now that multiple atheists follow Aleister Crowley. How he would know that, I don't know. How he would know that, I don't know, because I've never heard that. What I want y'all to realize is this: Aleister Crowley was raised to believe in God. That's what
just like most of us.
So listen, y'all. You're a sponge when you're a child. Now look what God helped Aleister Crowley do. How many people have said they were doing God's work when they were murdering people, mass murderers? Listen, y'all.
All of them.
So what I want y'all to understand is, fuck all that, because all that is theoretical. Scientifically, there is no evidence that any God that has been presented, maybe God is something that we don't understand. Maybe
there you go.
But listen, y'all, you know why that doesn't kind of add up? Because the concept came from something that was put out for you to understand. So now, what
we're talking about is something holding us all together.
No, we're not, y'all. No, we're not, y'all. What he's doing is what religious people do. They're making justifications for a term that they got. All right, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean. Right? If I say to anybody on this that hear this, will you be my slave? You gonna say no, because you know what slavery is, right? You gonna say no. You gonna say no. You wouldn't be my slave. So hold on. Listen, y'all. I want to show y'all something. But in the Bible, there's a justification for slavery. So now you, if you believe in God, you have to do one of two things. You have to make a justification for that slavery. Hold on. Let me work, y'all. Let me work, because the people I'm talking to believe in God. Therefore, they're religious. Let me work. So if a person who claims to believe in God, I ask you, will you be my slave? And you say no. And I ask you, is slavery bad? And you say no. You say slavery is bad. Yes, it's bad. So I say there's slavery in the Bible. You, as a person who believes in God, have to do one of two things.
Why you gotta believe
listen,
in
y'all.
Yahweh?
Listen, y'all. I didn't say that. Did I say Yahweh, y'all? I said you, as a person who believes. Listen, y'all. If you could shut the fuck up, damn. A person who believes in God. A person who believes in God. Did I say Yahweh, y'all? I'm about to get to the point I'm making, which addresses the part that he is so hyped to say because he think he has something. If you believe in God, you have to do one of two things. You either have to denounce that particular religion and find a new God, which he did.
That's what you're supposed to do, yeah.
No, you're not, people. Listen, y'all. Each and every one of y'all, we are all different. Listen, how were you introduced to the concept of God? If you were introduced to it in Islam, if you were introduced to it in Buddhism, if you were introduced to it in Judaism or Christianity, it doesn't matter. What matters is when you choose to switch. Why did you switch? Oh, because they had shit in that joint that I didn't fuck with. So now listen, y'all. A concept that you got from something you had to walk away from. You gonna go grasp onto somebody else who has the same concept? Listen, people. That's insanity. If I jump off of one building and I'm going to die, why would I jump off another building that's just a little bit lower? Think about it, people. Use rational thinking. You don't abandon. Listen, y'all. The concept is on false pretense. You cannot find any religion that can be proven true. Only thing you can do is find ideologies which people call religions because they have mass followers. And only some of it can be proven true in some cases. So what I'm explaining to y'all is this. You are getting wrapped up in very well drawn out Harry Potter concepts and very well drawn out Star Wars concepts. That's what religion is doing to your brain. I'm not trying to say what it is. But that's what it's doing to your brain. When you were first ingested that first religion, you believed that God now must be a thing. So when you reject that same religion and go to another one, you're only going to another one because you can't live without the premise that you already accepted was real.
But that's what you expect. You expect somebody to go to another religion.
When they already have ingested the premise and now believe it's real. So waking up is when you now reject the premise and make the premise prove that it's real, y'all. Like we do with Santa Claus, like we do with vampires, Easter Bunny, and werewolves. Put God under the same scrutiny. Don't say because I'm alive, he's real. Don't say because there's air, he's real. Make there be proof. Just like you walked away from that last religion because it was bad. You identified something in it that you could not accept, even though it was how you were raised. I've been through
a lot of religions.
And that's what's going to happen, y'all, if you can't throw the concept away. You're going to keep jumping from religion to religion if you can't throw the concept away, y'all. You have to be able to let loose the concept of God, or you will always be a religious slave.